Have you heard about the coconut octopus?
Oh, yeah. Fascinating creatures.
It's almost unbelievable, the things they can do.
Really?
Like carrying around those coconut shells for shelter.
Oh, like a mobile home, right.
Exactly, like a little octopus RV.
And they're so smart.
Yeah, and it's not just the coconut octopus. There was this one in an aquarium, a common octopus. It seemed to have it out for the lights, the overhead spotlights.
What do you mean?
Kept short-circuiting them.
No way.
Yeah, squirting water at them. And not just randomly.
Sounds like it knew what it was doing.
It really does, like a targeted attack.
Wow. Octopuses are full of surprises.
Totally. And that's what we're diving into today, all these incredible octopus abilities.
Awesome.
We're using Cy Montgomery's book, Secrets of the Octopus, as our guide.
Oh, great choice.
It's amazing she combines all this scientific research with her own personal experiences.
Yeah, that makes it so much more engaging.
Right. You really feel like you're getting to know these animals. So we're going to explore their camouflage, their intelligence, their social lives.
Oh, I didn't know they had social life.
Oh, yeah. They're way more social than we used to think.
Fascinating.
And how our whole perception of them has changed.
It's like we're finally seeing them for what they really are.
Exactly. Okay, let's start with their most famous trick. Camouflage.
Okay.
Montgomery calls them the shapeshifters of the sea.
I can see why.
They can change their color, their texture, their shape, even their posture and how they move.
It's like they have a whole costume department in their skin.
It really is. And the speed is unbelievable.
How fast are we talking?
Less than a blink of an eye.
Wow, that's incredible.
They have these specialized skin cells, chromatophores, iridophores, and leucophores.
Those are some serious tongue twisters.
Right. Can you explain how those work together to create those rapid changes?
Well, think of the chromatophores as little pigment sacs, like tiny paint balloons.
Okay.
They can expand and contract, controlled by muscles, changing the color.
So like turning a light switch on and off for different colors?
Kind of. Then you have the iridophores, which reflect light, creating those shimmery blues and greens.
Oh, I see.
Like those iridescent bird feathers.
Right.
And finally, the leucophores reflect ambient light, making them brighter or darker.
It's a three-part system working together.
Exactly. And it's amazingly complex, way more than just switching between preset colors.
So much more nuanced.
Yeah.
But then you have the mimic octopus.
Oh, yeah, the ultimate impersonator.
This one takes it to a whole new level. It doesn't just blend in, it imitates other creatures.
Really? Like what?
Oh, all sorts. Lionfish, sea snakes, flatfish.
Wow, impressive.
Even mantis shrimp and those crazy-looking crocodile snake eels.
It's like it's putting on a whole different persona.
Totally. And what's really fascinating is that it seems to choose its disguise based on the threat.
So it's not just random.
No, if it encounters a damselfish, it might suddenly transform into a sea snake.
Because sea snakes eat damselfish.
Exactly.
So it's using its mimicry strategically.
It's almost like it's understanding its audience.
Perspective taking.
Exactly.
That's pretty mind-blowing for an animal that doesn't even have a backbone.
I know, right? Like, is it imagining what the predator is thinking?
Well, we can't really know that for sure.
Right.
But its behavior suggests that it understands how its actions will be perceived.
It's tailoring its disguise to elicit a specific reaction.
Which is a form of considering another's viewpoint.
Wow. And here's another twist. For all their camouflage mastery, octopuses are colorblind.
Wait, what? But how do they match their surroundings so perfectly?
That's the paradox.
It's like a painter who can't see colors.
Right. The theory is that their skin itself might be sensitive to light.
So they see with their skin.
In a way, yeah. It's thought that they can sense changes in brightness, contrast, even the polarization of light.
Their whole body is like a giant eye.
It really makes you question how much we still don't know about perception.
Totally.
Okay, so they're camouflage masters, but that's just the beginning.
There's more.
Oh yeah, they're also incredibly intelligent.
I've heard about that.
Montgomery calls them gelatinous geniuses.
I like that.
Right. They're escape artists, problem solvers.
Yeah.
They even have distinct personalities.
Really? Like what?
Well, Montgomery tells the story of Lucretia McEvil.
Lucretia McEvil.
Yeah, she was this octopus who loved to dismantle everything in her tank.
Sounds mischievous.
Totally. And then there was Leisure Suit Larry, always exploring and interacting with his keepers. And the shy Emily Dickinson, who kept to herself.
Wow, so they have individual temperaments.
Yeah, it's amazing. It really challenges the way we think about intelligence.
Right, because we often link it to things like complex social structures,
And long lifespans.
which octopuses don't really have.
Exactly. So how do we even measure their intelligence?
It's tricky.
Especially since the classic mirror test doesn't seem to work with them.
Yeah, I guess recognizing yourself in a mirror might not be that important for an octopus.
Right. And for them, direct eye contact can be a sign of aggression.
Makes sense.
So scientists have had to get creative.
Like what?
Well, Alex Schnell did some really cool experiments with cuttlefish.
Which are related to octopuses.
Exactly. She did these tests involving delayed gratification.
Like the marshmallow test.
Exactly. She trained them to associate different symbols with different food rewards.
Okay.
And they learned to wait for the better reward, even if it meant waiting longer.
Wow. So they can plan ahead.
It seems so, yeah. It shows they have self-control and can make decisions based on future benefits.
That's pretty advanced.
And then there's the coconut octopus and its tool use.
Right, the coconut shell houses.
They actually carry those shells around and then assemble them for shelter when needed.
That's incredible.
For a long time, we thought tool use was a uniquely human trait.
It was seen as the hallmark of intelligence.
But then Jane Goodall observed chimpanzees using tools.
And that changed everything.
Exactly. And now we see octopuses doing it too.
Really makes you rethink the definition of intelligence.
It's not just about solving human-designed puzzles.
It's about adapting and thriving in your environment.
Right. Okay, for a long time we thought of octopuses as solitary creatures.
Right. Lurking in the depths.
But it turns out that's not entirely true.
Really?
Yeah, some species are surprisingly social,
Interesting.
like the algae octopus. Christine Hufford observed them mating repeatedly, sharing dens, even using stealth mating tactics.
Sounds like a soap opera.
Right. And then there's the larger Pacific-striped octopus.
Okay.
They mate mouth to mouth, share dens, live in neighborhoods, and the females raise multiple broods.
Wow, that's a lot of social interaction.
I know, right? It actually took a while for scientists to accept this research.
Why is that?
Well, the idea of the solitary octopus was so ingrained.
Ah, I see.
But the evidence is there. They're definitely not all loners.
It's amazing how much our understanding has changed.
And then there's Octopolis.
Octopolis.
Yeah, it's this site in Australia where researchers have observed all sorts of social interactions. Like what?
Octopuses throwing shells at each other, disputes over dens, even one that seems to be a community monitor, a quidnunc.
A quidnunc?
Yeah, like a gossipy neighbor.
Wow, so they recognize individuals.
It seems that way.
That's incredible.
And it's not just interactions with their own kind. There's evidence of them hunting cooperatively with fish.
Really?
Yeah, like coral trout recruiting day octopuses to help flush out prey.
Teamwork.
And there's this amazing video of an octopus seemingly pointing to hidden food with a headstand.
So they're communicating with each other.
It sure looks like it.
Fascinating.
And then there are these incredible stories of octopuses interacting with humans.
Okay.
Like Ollie, who learned to work with a scientist to find crabs. And Collie, who seemed to enjoy squirting water at a diver, almost like playing.
Wow, I've seen that video.
Right. And another diver had this incredible encounter with a giant Pacific octopus. It was like they were connecting.
It's almost like they have personalities.
It really does feel that way. It makes you wonder what they're thinking.
I know. And their mating and reproductive behaviors are just as fascinating.
Like what?
Well, giant Pacific octopuses have these blind date events, but there's always a risk of cannibalism.
Likes.
And day octopuses have this unique distance mating thing.
How does that work?
The males basically shoot their sperm packets across the water.
Wow. Talk about long distance.
And the females, they're incredibly dedicated to their eggs.
Like how?
Many of them will starve themselves to death protecting their eggs.
That's incredible.
There's this really poignant story of Octavia who guarded her unfertilized eggs even though they couldn't hatch.
Oh, wow.
It shows just how powerful their maternal instincts are.
Amazing.
So you can see our understanding of octopuses has really evolved.
It's like a whole new world has opened up.
Totally. They're not just simple-minded monsters anymore.
They're intelligent, complex, and surprisingly social.
With amazing camouflage skills.
And the potential for connection with other creatures.
Including us.
It's truly mind-blowing.
It really is. It's like realizing that Earth isn't the center of the universe.
A complete shift in perspective.
We're learning that intelligence and consciousness aren't limited to us or even to mammals.
And the octopus is forcing us to rethink our definitions.
Exactly. So, here's a question for you, our listener.
Mm.
If octopuses, with their unique biology, can be so intelligent, what else is out there?
What other forms of intelligence might we be missing?
And what are our responsibilities to these amazing creatures?
Important questions to consider.
If you're as fascinated by octopuses as we are, we encourage you to read Secrets of the Octopus.
Or check out some of the incredible videos online.
You won't be disappointed.
The more we learn, the more we realize just how amazing the natural world is.
And how much there still is to discover.
Exactly.